I Don't Get It
Podcast. Hey guys, welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast. We're just going to go straight into the introduction of our guest because she's going to be here every step of the way with us today. It's Kaitlyn Bristowe.
Wow. How do you have vocal cords, Kaitlyn?
My what?
How do you still have vocal cords that are working?
Oh, after what, my 35th birthday?
No, after your 35th podcast of the day.
And coming out with fucking dropping bangers of songs, hitting number
so
2.
many reasons you shouldn't have vocal cords anymore.
Hitting number 2 on those iTunes charts.
That was me fishing. I was like, whatever, do you mean?
Oh, man.
That's hilarious.
Wait.
No, really, answer the question. We're kind of confused.
No, look at your headphones. Those are so amazing. What are those?
Thank you. I think they're Marc Jacobs.
I don't know how you haven't lost those in the past 4 years of doing podcasting.
It's because I keep them in like this little bag they come in, and I'm just so organized.
Oh, she's such an organizational Naz. It's
I
like
know.
probably
I'm
getting
so
to be a
OCD.
problem, though. Do you think it's becoming a problem?
Yeah, I think because I've been by myself in this room for 3 months, like, who knows what the fuck's going to happen when I meet the love of my life? Like, I'm going to be like, are you going to tie your shoes?
You guys,
like, are you?
I say this with love,
Yeah.
but she pencils it in her schedule when she's going to go check my mail. Like, she's like, I will go pick it up at Monday at 7 p.m. And like, this is on Thursday that she'll tell me this.
Wait, that's not normal though. It's like that's when I have time to do it. So I'm
Kaitlyn,
letting you
normal
know.
or not normal?
Wait, that's not normal.
No, it's not.
What?
That's not normal. So this is kind of, I don't know why I feel embarrassed to say this because I feel like it's kind of douchey to say, but I got an assistant and I honestly, like, she gets so annoyed at me because I'll like at midnight tonight, I'll probably put in that I have like a dentist appointment at 9 a.m. tomorrow and be like, oh yeah, I forgot. And I'm just like the most unorganized, but I always make it to the appointments and I'm always there. And I, for some way I make it happen, but she's just like, she's the same way as you. And that's an assistant, but yeah. I can figure my shit out, but I still make it work.
Yeah, that's funny because I thought I'm actually doing it just for a little intel here, a little psyche intel. I actually do it for the benefit of you because I don't know if you're expecting anything in the mail. So I'm telling you, I'm going to go this weekend. Like, is that cool? Because that's when I have time to go in case you need me to check something like sooner. I know, right? Yeah, I'm gonna send you an invoice, Ashley. No, because they haven't been in LA.
You're getting a treat though, regardless. She's been checking her mail and stuff for the past 4 months.
No, that's what friends are for. When I leave, Kaitlyn, I take like 3 rolls of toilet paper with me. Yeah. Like, I'm getting paid.
That is high currency, my friend.
These days, it is. Wait, so do you guys have I Don't Get It?
Yeah.
This week?
Kaitlyn, if you don't have an I Don't Get It, it's fine. Do you?
I do like a whole thing on my podcast about can you not?
Right.
I feel like it's kind of the same idea. So I'm like, oh, where do you want me to start? Yes, I have some.
All right, I'll start with mine.
Okay.
Why would anybody by the name of Robert go by Bob instead of Rob? Because Bob is ugly. We have to be honest, Bob is probably the worst nickname ever. Oh, and why would anybody with the name of Richard go by Dick instead of Rich?
Now that one I don't get.
Yeah.
Why in the world do you go for Dick when you could have Rich for short?
Rich is very cute.
I think Rich sounds like a douche, and I think Dick sounds like a cool guy, like Dick Van Dyke, you know? It just rolls off the tongue like, hey,
Dick Van Dyke is the only Dick I've ever truly known, though. Right? Have you ever met a real Dick?
Yeah. Has anybody ever introduced himself as, hi, I'm Dick?
I don't know, but I'm so immature I would bust out laughing. I feel like.
Me too. I hope Richard Gere just does that one time. Like, I'm Dick Gere.
Yes. Hey, my dick's here and I'm Dick Gere.
But you think Bob is acceptable?
Bob's more acceptable than Dick. Like, no, I still don't get it though, because my high school sweetheart, his dad's name was Robert, but everyone called him Bob. And unfortunately, their last name was Butter. So his name was Bob Butter.
No, it wasn't.
It could have easily been Rob Butter.
Rob Butter.
Yeah. Robert Butter sounds way less shitty than Bob Butter.
Are you guys insane? The alliteration? That's like a famous country singer. Did you guys listen to Bob Butter's last album?
Lord.
I'm kicking it to some Bob Butter. I think that name's incredible.
That's hilarious. And that's like all choice because once you get to high school, you can really choose your own shortened nickname.
Yeah.
So he just stuck with it.
I guess also that brings you to the point of John or Jack.
Oh,
Like
why?
when you hit puberty, you want to be a Jack.
That makes no sense. Like those names don't even, none of these go together. I don't get
Have
it.
we Googled the reason behind this?
No, but why does John
Let me do
even
it.
need to be abbreviated? I love the name Jack. I don't really like the name John. Sorry to my uncle and my cousin, but I like the name Jack a lot. Don't know
How
where.
lazy are we to have to somehow come up with a nickname for John?
Truth.
know.
Truth.
Does Jason call you Kate?
He does.
How much of the time?
Well, it's either, he's so cute. He always goes, honey.
Oh, that's cute.
It's either honey or he's like so old school. Honey or like dear or babe.
Oh,
Or
dear is sweet.
Wow,
Dear,
that's so
that doesn't
old
come
school.
naturally at all.
Not even just dear, my dear.
Oh, that's adorable. Do you
Wait,
know?
Kaitlyn, do you love or are you repulsed by?
Love. I love. Which
Okay.
back in the day when Ryan Butter,
Bob's son, Bob's
son.
nephew.
yeah, when he would call me babe, I'd be like, ugh. I'd be like, don't call me that. So he ended up calling me Ruth because Babe Ruth, and I was like, I don't like Babe. But now I'm like, say it again.
That's so
Oh,
cute.
it's all
Why
about
did
the guy.
you and Butter break up?
Oh gosh, we're actually still friends. He actually did my tattoos on the back of my arms.
Oh, no way.
Whoa.
Those
Is his
famous
name-
tattoos.
Famous birds.
What is his tattoo name? Is he like Mr. Butter or whatever?
Just Ryan Butter tattoo, I think. I don't know. He was awesome. It was just, the young love, and we're still friends. We still have the same group of like high school friends. He's awesome. He's so talented. He was the smartest guy in school, went to school for like engineering, dropped out and became a tattoo artist. He's very successful. He was always good at art, and I have nothing bad to say about him.
Wow.
I can't
that's
believe
awesome.
you didn't
Did you
end up with
find
Butter.
Is he with
No.
someone now?
No, because my sister just saw him on Tinder.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Does
Nobody is safe on these dating apps. Like the world will know you're on them.
Yeah.
do you call Jason Jace?
No, I call him Jay.
Oh yeah, that makes way more sense than Jace.
I don't know. Jace will come out of my mouth.
I think Jace sounds actually hot. I don't know why I don't call him that. Jace is a good one, but I just heard all his friends call him Jay, and his whole family calls him J-Bone, and so Jay just kind of stuck for me. But I'm not really like a pet name. I'll like once in a while drop a babe, but otherwise I'm Jay.
I noticed that I only say something when I'm requesting something of Jared. Do I say babe? I say babe a lot, okay?
When
but
I'm
then like
requesting.
I know that whenever I have a request or something that like is
You
a
wanna, like,
little
soften
bit
it up.
critical, you soften it with babe at the end.
Totally.
But then
I'm-
it doesn't
I'm-
become endearing. You're like, oh shit, there's the babe.
No, you make it makes everything sound nicer.
I've never ever called Hunter anything
really?
but babe. I've
Oh,
never
but
said
babe.
his name before. I've
But
never
babe.
said it.
I
Yeah.
actually have a question. I want us to continue the I don't get it, but just a small
Oh, right.
deviance. Just because we're on the topic of babe. A friend of mine has a boyfriend whose friend that's a girl calls him babe. Is that appropriate? or
Only if
no?
she's Australian.
No, the English
Only
people.
if she's Australian.
What was the show? Too Hot to Handle? They called everyone
That's what
babe.
I'm
They
saying.
weren't just Australian. They're the
British, Irish,
British, yeah.
Well, one of my best friends calls everybody babe, but I could never. And the other day, I actually found this so funny because in all of my past relationships, every single one of them, I've been a little bit jealous. And this one, I've never gotten jealous. And I'm like, it's wild. And the other day, we were with one of my closest friends, and he left, and he goes, "Bye, sweetie." And I was like, I gotta drop this. It was nothing. He's just a really nice guy. So we got in the car. I was like, "Sweetie." I'm like, "You call me sweetie." He goes, "Did I really say that?" And he was like, He was like hitting himself on the forehead the whole way home. Like, oh my God, I called her sweetie. And I was like, I can't let it go.
Yeah,
That's
but also
funny.
Jason uses words that like your preschool teacher does. Like, sweetie,
Yes.
come on,
Sweetie,
dear.
dear.
Let's eat a cheese stick and some apples. now."
Dad calls mom sweetie. That is his name for mom, sweetie.
Yeah.
And then do you know what Ben
Aw.
Higgins calls Jess?
Oh my gosh,
What?
wait.
Just
No,
guess.
only- yeah.
Guess, Caitlin.
Pumpkin.
Well, I know he called Lauren honey.
Okay.
So
you're getting
that
warm.
makes me think he would call
Sugar.
her what?
He calls her hun. It's everything's hun.
Aw,
Say that.
Hun's good.
It makes me feel like they're like 50 though.
That's
No.
what my parents, my stepdad and my mom call each other hun.
Hun.
I love Hun. My dad calls my mom Sweet Pea. I don't know why he
that's
throws me the
cute.
P. Yeah.
That's cute.
Oh wait,
Reminds me of Bath and Body Works, so.
Are your parents together?
Yeah.
So, you guys are so lucky. I'm always like, what would it be like?
Oh, that breaks my heart.
I love my stepmom and my stepdad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't even imagine them not together, but I always joke around, like, I'll make things awkward at family dinners, and I'll be like, Dad, do you still like mom more than a friend?
That's amazing.
That would be so much fun to like fuck around with, I feel like.
I do. You know I would.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
very blessed to have them all get along, though. That is very unique.
But wait,
Yeah.
on the topic of significant others, as it's so shocking, should we do the topic we had at dinner tonight with the $2 million?
Sure. I mean,
Indecent Proposal?
sure. Okay. So, have you ever seen the movie Indecent Proposal, Caitlin?
The concept is very simple.
Okay, so you should. It's a great early '90s movie. You should watch it. It's a real quick watch. Robert Redford is like a multi-millionaire. And
He's also a huge staple in the Iconetti household.
is he?
Redford?
You guys talk about Robert Redford more than anyone in America. No one in the world has talked about Robert Redford except for you guys.
Okay, that's because a couple weeks ago, Robert Redford was my I don't get it because I didn't think that he was super hot as a young guy. Because like everybody thought he was like the Richard Gere of like the '70s, and I just didn't feel the same.
Good old Dick
anyway.
Dick gear.
Okay, so Robert Redford is multimillionaire, and then Woody Harrelson and Demi Moore are married, and they're kind of financially struggling. So for one night with Robert Redford has a crush on Demi Moore, thinks she's super sexy, sees her at a casino in Vegas, and then for one night with him, he offers the couple $1 million. And then
One night with her.
Yeah, one night with Demi.
Yeah.
So then that brings up the topic. How much money would you cheat on your significant other with? And the funny thing is,
And you can choose who it's with. It could be Leonardo DiCaprio in his prime if you want.
no, well, that's the thing. Jared was like, first off, for $2 million, he wouldn't let me do anything.
Yeah.
For some reason, for him, he felt like he really shouldn't do anything. Well, that's because when I offered, it was, okay, let's be really honest here. It's going to be too weird if I'm vague. I said, would you basically suck Tom Brady's dick for $2 million? Right? Because it's Tom Brady, and it's just one time.
And he said,
Right.
absolutely.
It's $2 million.
He said, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
But for you to sleep with someone.
He also said that he would absolutely not let Tom Brady sleep with me for $2 million.
He wouldn't let him.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, really? That wouldn't be like a novelty thing for you? And then when you up the ante to $6 million, things change for him.
So now we know how rich you are. You basically just told, it's like all like a fucking poor person. I would do it for like $80.
Well, I told Lauren, I was like, you can't really play this game with anybody who's financially comfortable. You have to be dirt poor to play the game.
That's fair. But I'm like, what's the jump? Like from 2 to 6, what is that for him?
For,
What is that?
for Jared, that's his dream house plus extra. Lots of extra.
Wow.
Okay.
So who would your hall pass be? I guess is a simple
This is
question.
so dumb. We're going to get in trouble for this conversation.
I like the
aren't we?
hall pass question because I don't like women being bought
Right.
as property.
Who's your hall
No, but you
pass?
can also switch. Like, would you let Jason for something? I don't know. To win a Grammy, would you?
Yeah. Would you? How many Grammy trophies would you let Jason?
It depends who it is, because sometimes in my head I'd be like, yeah, do it because then you'll love me more. And then other times I'd be like, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
No. Man.
So only someone uglier than you.
Yeah, like, or someone that like has no personality or is like really boring in the sack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's got to be somebody that you know that it would just be that night and that nothing else would develop.
But it would have to be more than 10 million for me.
Okay.
Over 10 million.
Respectable.
So now we know how rich you are.
That's not saying I have enough money. That is just what it would take mentally. for
Girl,
me.
drop that Dancing with the Stars coin on that man.
Okay. So we're all being ridiculous now. But I do think it's a fun would you rather. I think it's just like a fun game to play with your significant other when you know it's all like jokes.
Just talk, yeah.
Because
I'm going to ask him later.
Yeah, when you know when you would come down to it. And that's
Ellen
what happened in the
DeGeneres
movie. What?
is my pass.
Ellen DeGeneres?
Yeah, I'd make out with Ellen.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, like,
That's a good one.
he should be okay with that.
I think he would. I feel like he knows, first of all, that that's my hall pass. And I heard when she dated, who did she date? Anne
Heche. Yeah.
Heche?
Yeah.
Anne was apparently like, she's the best I've ever had. So now I'm curious.
Oh, now you're curious.
Whoa.
I get that. Okay. Yes.
I have that curiosity around Larry David. I heard he's also very good in
Stop
bed.
it.
Have you legitimately heard that?
I heard that him and Eva Mendes, before she was with Ryan, yes, because they were in a movie together. I heard that and I've met him in person, and that man has a presence and a sexual appeal. And you already,
Larry David?
yeah, and they already know I'm obsessed with him and I love him. So I would 100%. Yeah, no. I think it'd be amazing.
Okay, wait. So I just want to like really just reel it back in one more time and say that just like in the movie, the second that helicopter takes off the ground and she goes, he regrets the decision, and all of us would have at that moment
regret the decision.
We would never let the other person get into the helicopter.
Unless it was Harry Styles on both ends.
Unless it was Harry Styles, because I actually don't know if Jared would mind, because he'd be like, I think my wife is even more of a prize now.
If it's Harry Styles, you go threesome all the way. Everyone wins.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's very fair.
Laura, wait, so do you have another I don't get it, Ash, or was it just indecent proposal?
I did have another I don't get it, I think. Hold on one second. No, just the Bob and just Bob and Rob.
That's all we got,
Rob.
folks. All right, Kaitlyn, do you have one?
Okay, yeah. I could go off on like I don't get it at airports, like everything. So many. Have you done it before?
We're like an air hat. That's like our podcast.
Rename the podcast. I don't get airports.
Yeah, but tell us yours because we haven't talked about it together.
I have so many, but like I don't get why people. Well, we all know this one. Clap when the plane lands.
Mm-hmm. How often does that happen to you, though? Because like you're on planes even more than we are.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
Wait, but you also fly to Canada a lot. So is this a Canadian thing?
This could be a Canadian thing where every time I'm like, okay, but I have a better one. I don't get it when people don't like airplane food.
Oh, yes. Like denying the airplane food?
I don't get that.
Me neither. It's free. Eat it.
Sitting back in a chair, however many thousands of feet in the air, literally taking part in the miracle of flight.
Yes.
With somebody bringing you food and wine, and you're going to say no?
I totally concur with that statement.
I get very, like, when the very rare times that we fly first class, I'm like, Jared, if you don't fucking wake me up when that food, when the menu's passed out or like whatever, if somebody passed over my first class meal, I would be so pissed. It would be as if all the money spent was just
I think people in first class say no thank you a lot just to prove that they've flown a million times in first class and they don't need the meal because they've had it and it's not that great. You know, like they're just showing everyone around that they have been there before. That's my take.
I do not. First of all, I've never flown first class really. The biscotti cookies Ashley and I are obsessed with. Like I fucking steal those off the cart and like throw them in my backpack under the seat. But like the food I used to love back in the day when we were little, when American Airlines had like real fucking meals. It was like rice pilaf and like salmon and foil. Yeah. That shit is so plastic and Starbucks level quality culinary that do not fucking wake me up for this nasty ass burrito with a piece of Kraft Singles cheese on it. That's gonna keep me bloated and backed up on top of my airplane bloat, on top of my travel constipation. No, thank you. And I'm not gonna go and try and shit it out in this little annex of a bathroom that you're offering.
My problem is I won't deny any food that's free. Zero deny. If it's free, it's going to be in me.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, I don't even eat meat. And if that was the only option they had, I would be like, I'm not going to turn down the airplane food. I'm just not.
Yeah. That happened to me once, Kaitlyn. That was the only time I ever denied the airplane food because I was being strict vegetarian and they only had chicken meals. And I said, I guess I'll pass.
Wow.
But it was because it was a 3-hour flight and it wasn't like a, you know.
Okay, but I will still take it because I'll eat around the chicken and they always have a dessert. There's always a dessert that you can have.
Food always tastes better when it's free. And I will say that prepackaged brownie in plastic does taste phenomenal.
It really does.
Kaitlyn, how do you feel that some airlines have stopped serving alcohol on their flights now? New thing.
What?
Because
of budget cut?
Because
no,
of
it's
COVID.
a quarantine. COVID.
Is Delta one of them?
I think so. Can you believe? I was like, how is that stopping COVID?
That doesn't make any sense. They all come with those little nips. They call them nips, the little alcohol bottles. They're all the little alcohol bottles. That's bullshit. That's a way of saving money.
Yeah, they're just being assholes. And Delta, you're above that because I am a religious Delta flyer and they can't do me dirty like that.
You need to bring in your bottles of wine, Kaitlyn, and start just serving it up there.
What's funny is when we were on Bachelorette, somebody, I'm not going to name names, but somebody in the crew got like in trouble when we landed and all these police came to get them because they brought their own alcohol on the plane.
What?
Now I want to know who it is.
Were they acting like terribly on the flight? Were they acting drunk?
No. No, they weren't at all. They just got caught bringing their own alcohol and they were like in big trouble.
Like in a water bottle? How do you even do that?
How do you get caught?
They bought it like
like at a duty-free.
They bought it at a duty-free.
Maybe. I don't actually know specifics, but I just know that it was whiskey and they got caught.
Oh, that's so weird.
So I'm too scared to bring my own wine on planes.
Wow.
Good.
Well,
Yeah,
my mother brings like sausages from Dominican Republic, knowing she knows goddamn well they're going to take that shit away from her. And it's so embarrassing being her daughter. Every time we get to TSA, they're like, ma'am. No. And they open it up and she has like all her pajamas all rolled up to hide the sausage. And they're like digging and they find it. And she's like, oh. And I'm like, Mom. You fucking know that they're not going to let you bring this pork, this swine from our country.
How does the scanner know that there's pork in there? You know?
It's like this long ass fucking like penis like symbol in the fucking scanner. She's so embarrassing.
Sausage and pajamas going through the airport just makes me want to vom.
Listen,
yeah,
but that's
gross.
The Dominican sausage is fire though, and you can't get it here. So I understand the hustle, I guess.
Everything that I do grosses out Lauren. That's a good I don't get it. Like every time that I try to conserve food or like just try to be thrifty in any way.
Don't wrap up your tuna sandwich. Throw it away. Buy a new one.
Are you the person that brings a tuna sandwich on the plane?
I do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's always tuna.
I just like
it's
it.
Offensive.
And then she eats it so slowly and then savors each bite and holds it with two hands and like slowly puts it in her mouth.
What do you want from me? Do you want me to not taste it?
I'm like, everyone wants you to die right now. And I'm just vocalizing it so everyone around me knows that I too want you to die.
I'm dying laughing, but I can't even hate because I'll never forget the time Ashley and Jared and I went to a movie and Ashley's like, I'll get us meals, don't worry. And I'm like, what are you picking up? And she's like, poke. Remember 2 years ago when poke was like a thing?
But since when do we get so fancy with the pokey?
Where are you going to?
Okay. The Grove in LA, and we busted out, and I was low-key kind of embarrassed, but I was like, well, Ashley got this meal and it's free, I'm fucking eating it, and it just smells like raw fish, and we're like in the front row.
Lauren hates it when I sneak meals into the in the movie, but hold on, let's be honest, sneaking a good warm meal into the movie and having like different stages, like I have different courses in the movie theater, it really like that's an experience. That's a night out.
Okay.
I agree.
One time we went to see Little Women not too long ago, and she brought her salmon and rice bowl prepared in her Tupperware. Okay. So imagine them finding your Tupperware in a big tote bag.
It's moves like that allow me to sometimes afford a Delta One.
Okay. Anyway.
It always has to be fish, though. Lauren, do you have an I don't get it?
Not really. I don't have one this week.
Lauren has one. She has one where she doesn't feel the need to socialize with anyone ever.
We all thought we craved it, and then once you get it back, you're like,
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I feel that.
It's not a huge I don't get it. I just was like, I have zero things to say anymore.
I have a rather extensive I don't get it. I need all you ladies' opinions on, since you have the permanent D.
Okay.
So
having permanent D is a little boring. So don't worry.
Oh, we all have permanent D. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, you said too. Why didn't I get that? I was like, permanent.
We've been in the D's too long. That's why.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'm like,
Oh, I have a D. I have D privilege. That's what I'm going to fucking start calling it now.
D
Don't
privilege.
get me started on relationship privilege. So here we go. Because it exists. Okay. Anyways, I've definitely talked about this before, but I've never felt it more viscerally in my life than this past weekend. So I've been starting to go on dates, like social distance dates, out in IRL, like person to person, like meeting them, not like virtually. Mm-hmm. I've been going on dates, and I'm not super excited to go on them because I'm not necessarily attracted to them. So my friend tells me, well, you should stop going on dates with guys that you're not attracted to. Okay. And I said to her, well, I am very rarely attracted to someone. On top of that, sometimes, actually a lot of the time, personality comes into play, right? So if I followed that rule, then I would never date anyone. But then I end up going on dates, and I'll like the person and their personality, but I don't want to kiss them. So if I go on a second date, it's always like, do I go on the second date or not? It's like, I couldn't help but wonder, is attraction the same as butterflies? Is the same as a spark? Does it come right away? Does it grow on you? The answer is both, which makes dating for a single person these days a colossal waste of time, because I have to go on the date to find out. But we're in a pandemic, and what if my guy doesn't live in California? It's like, what's the sweet spot of being open? Do we just know off the bat, or do we wait it out and find out? And if we wait it out and find out, how long do we wait? Is it the second date? Is it the third date? Is it the fourth date? I'm exhausted.
Very Carrie Bradshaw.
Yes.
Very Carrie Bradshaw. And this is something that I came up with in relation yesterday. Jared's cousin was at dinner with us, and he's recently single. And we were just talking about dating and stuff. And I go, women go out on dates in hopes to be attracted to the guy. So many girls go out on dates where they don't feel an initial attraction, but the hope is there. Guys won't go on a date with a girl unless they're already attracted.
Mm-hmm. But there's so many attractive women available, and the pool of attractive men where you live geographically is split into taken, gay, emotionally unavailable, available. So
Naz goes on too many dates. I'm trying to solve this mystery. I think Naz does go on too many dates with men that she doesn't find attractive off the bat. And maybe you should just, because how many women out there, if we really were to poll them, say that they weren't attracted to their husband or boyfriend, serious boyfriend right off the bat? I'm sure that there will be some.
It's like 50-50.
I don't think
feel
it's
like
50-50.
No,
I feel
it's
like
50-50, Ashley.
Really?
People are they grew on me. Yeah, there's so many people that are I hated this guy.
She wasn't attracted to Jason?
I wasn't attracted to Jason at first.
See?
Really? Wait, really?
Not that I didn't think he was attractive.
Yeah.
But watching him on TV, I wasn't ooh, I'm attracted to him. Maybe that's because I was getting out of a relationship or whatever. But I was still just I thought, who was it on this? Oh, I thought Blake was attractive. Where now I don't find Blake attractive, and obviously very attracted to Jason. But when Jason, I was like, oh, he's such a nice guy. Oh my God, I can't wait to see who he ends up with. Oh, I just like, he's going to be so good for somebody. Like, I never had that initial attraction, but it was once I started talking to him and getting to know him, that's when I became attracted to him.
Was it like a way he carried himself while you're with him, the way he smelled, like, and things like that?
Pheromone thing.
Like initially, or when I got to
when
the
you
attraction?
got to the attraction.
How long was that period of time? Was it right away when you started talking to him? You're like, you felt like a little energy?
Okay. Great questions. When I first started talking to him, it was on my podcast, and I loved his energy. But again, I was just not feeling like attracted to him. And it was probably over 3 weeks of talking, and probably on the third week, I just like couldn't stop talking to him. And it took him wanting to go on a date with another girl for me to be like, no, wait, I'm attracted to you.
That was my next question. Yeah.
See, so this is therein lies the issue with being single today. Because do you wait 3 weeks? Do you not wait 3 weeks? Do you just not go on the date? And I agree with you, Ashley. I should stop going if I'm not attracted, but then I would never go out with anyone. And what if they are my person? And what if it takes 3 weeks? It's so confusing.
But you know initially if like there's potential.
But you said you weren't attracted in any way. You found him attractive. Like I find many guys,
she
but I
found
was
him attractive. I don't even think you find these guys you go out.
No,
attractive.
I find them attractive. I think they're good looking. I just think exactly what Kaitlyn thought. I'm like, I don't really see that person at the end of the aisle, but he's a good looking guy.
You got to do like a little more casual texting, a little casual FaceTime in the meantime between going on a second. So maybe you should FaceTime this dude, feel out a little bit more so you don't waste your whole fucking afternoon, and then see how that goes.
Yeah, do you guys not FaceTime after a date? I'd be all over that.
That's good advice. I mean, yes, sometimes no. Now I'm just like going out because I hate the pen pal bullshit. It's like I just want to meet you in person and see what you're like in real life, you know?
You have to.
I also want to see how tall you are, selfishly. Yeah. But among other things, how you smell, you know, what you wear.
You get the height, you find out the height, you make sure he's attractive in person, and then you just see how his texting is. If it's like a boring, like, good morning, how was your day, not like banter, not good chat or anything.
That's what it was that got me super attracted to Jason. He could banter and he could hang, and he always had something funny or witty or like something to say, and sent a picture, or like was always just not a dick pic, but like something. like,
just to clarify, not a Bob Butter, or I mean, not a dick.
I am very unattracted to dick pics. They do nothing for me.
Yeah. I saw this meme the other day. It was like this woman, she's taking a nude. It's a work of art. It's stunning. Yeah. It's gorgeous. There's curves. And there's a guy just holding a dead rat. It's like the same.
Oh, yeah. That dead rat picture's amazing.
Oh, my God. It's so true. We're such Mona Lisas.
I know.
They're like scribble.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Okay. Well, that was a very good I don't get it.
Well, thanks. That was really good advice, Lauren. Maybe I need to like see their banter skills first, and then make sure maybe I just need to want to make out with them before I go on the date.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the barometer.
The also problem is that you do so many blind app dates that like you don't even have the option of going on like a group date at first. Like what if like me and Jared and like some other person could come along to make you feel like less pressure, and then you can actually just feel it out without like having to feel forced into one direction.
Interviewed.
Yeah, I like that, but I don't know if other single women listening relate, but oddly, sometimes that adds more pressure. Because it's like, my friends are watching, and it's like everyone's like, are they going to get along? All right, we're going to leave you two now. It's like, oh my fucking God. Like, I don't need
friends,
this.
Maybe.
Yeah. So get the fuck back to LA already and let's start dating.
All right, so we're going to play a little Would You Rather, and then we're going to sign off. So, okay. Ashley.
All right.
These are for Kaitlyn because she's our guest.
Okay, well, Kaitlyn, we were playing a really great game a couple months ago, right, Naz, when we were like, if this guy from Bachelor Nation hit on you at a bar, and do you know this game? Do you play this game with Jason?
No.
I've played
this. Is me and Ashley's favorite game. Me, Ashley, and Jared play together. I'm such a third wheel.
Tell me.
And this has nothing to do with the guy's appearance. It has to do with how he would woo you at a bar. So basically, we start out with like one comparison, and then from that guy, the winner, then he moves on to the next round.
Okay.
So you have to basically put yourself in this scenario.
Okay.
And you know that Jason won't care what you're saying here, right? No. Okay.
They have a healthy relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you have to put yourself in a bar, and if this guy came up to you and hit on you, and on your other side, the other guy came up and hit on you, which guy would you be like body language pointing toward?
Ask the question.
Okay. Dean or Tyler?
Tyler.
Okay.
Tyler
Really?
or Luke Pell?
First of all, Dean won't even follow me back on Instagram. So
Oh
that's
shit!
He
What
doesn't
is
follow his own girlfriend on Instagram? So don't take it personally.
What is that
True.
tea? I must know. I must know.
I don't know. I didn't like him on the show, so that's probably it, and that's very fair. I wouldn't follow me either if I was probably like chirping the way I was. Okay, who is the next one?
Tyler or Luke Pell?
Tyler.
Who did you should have run these by me? That was that's obvious.
It is.
Yeah.
Wait, this is all subjective.
I
What
thought
if it's
that
not?
Luke Pell was at my ending. What do you mean?
Okay.
Luke Pell is
Okay.
one of the winners for me.
It's so weird
Well,
to
'cause
me because
then-
he's not a winner for me.
Because now the last one is gonna be fucking obvious too.
It is?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Tyler or Wells?
Wells.
Oh, I'm so sorry. to
All right,
jump to
now, Lauren,
conclusions.
continue with the game. Wells or?
Okay.
I got a good one.
Wells or fuckers. Naz, you have one?
Sure, I'll throw some guys in there.
Okay.
Wells or Blake?
Wells.
Wells or Joe Bailey?
People remember Joe Bailey. I love Joe Bailey.
I fucking love Joe Bailey too.
I did, but I'll go Wells.
Okay, Wells or Mike Johnson?
Oh, I find Mike Johnson one of the most handsome Bachelor guys out there.
Yeah.
But I saw one interview that threw me off with him, and he was like kissing and telling about Demi Lovato, and I thought it was tacky, and it threw me off because it was the one thing I was like, damn it, why do you have to do that?
Yeah.
So Wells.
Okay, so we're stuck on Wells.
Wait, I got a good one.
Okay.
Wells or Peter? Not Pilot Peter, Gap Tooth Peter.
Yeah, Kraus. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper Peter.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Oh, I'm still going Wells.
What?
Wow, I thought Wells would have been eliminated.
No,
Why
I
can't
guess I can think of more. Wait, I could see that actually.
I've already gone through all the guys. Those are the guys that I would put, like all the ones we went through. The creme de la creme. No offense.
Vanilla creme.
I mean, we would have also added Jason in there, but
That's so fun. Wait, do you do this all the time on this podcast?
No, we just do it when we're bored. We're such
Am I boring
losers. No.
I'm just kidding. I know, I'm just kidding.
Why
But
can't
no,
I think of one fucking guy from Bachelor Nation right now when I'm put on this
Well,
spot?
I would go through all of Kaitlyn's guy. Caitlyn, because you were my first season I worked on.
Yeah.
I think you're the best Bachelorette, hands down. I think your season was the fucking greatest. And the guys, like, even the guys that weren't even like big on the season were so like Ben Zorn,
I know.
like there were so many just like good picks.
Yeah, I feel like, then I think about Ben and his girls. Like, Chris Soules had iconic girls. We may be biased, but I believe
No,
that.
you
Even
guys
if
are the most iconic, hands
Even
down.
if I didn't be, if I wasn't on that season, I would still say the same thing. And then I do feel biased for saying this, but I love the guys on my season. Then it entered Ben, where he had iconic girls on his season. Then it went to JoJo, where she had the worst guys.
not good.
Yeah.
Not a good selection.
I know.
There were a
I
couple
know.
in there. A couple of them, but
But I will say,
I
I agree in a sense, but I will say when they all got around and started singing and were like sort of like against chat, I remember being there and being like, this is the best group of guys ever. Like they were making songs together. Like against Chad.
yeah, but they're so
Wait,
corny.
What about remember Luke from Hannah's season?
Yeah.
Okay, Luke or Chad Johnson.
Well, wait.
Oh.
Now we're.
Yeah.
That's a good one, right?
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Lauren's so proud of herself. She took 10 minutes.
Thought of one.
That's a good one. We're speaking strictly on body language
Yes.
at the bar.
Now is the question: who's she most turned on by or turned off by?
Yeah.
Yeah. body language at the bar depends if Chad was drunk or not, but I'm probably going to go Chad because I feel like I could like challenge him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Chad or Juan Pablo?
I used to love Juan Pablo till he was the Bachelor. I was like, Juan Pablo.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Wait, Brooke,
Chad or
Brooke?
Josh Murray? Chad or Josh Murray?
Chad.
Very good. Now I'm back to the hotties.
Lauren.
Okay, Brooks Forrester, Brooks
From Dez's
from
season.
Desiree
Oh, yeah.
or Wells.
Wells.
Okay, you should look
I
at
think
Brooks' Instagram.
I think she's crowned Wells as the guy that would be most likely to get her at the bar.
Yeah, I think that's
It's the
he's
banta
winner.
and the tight pants.
It's the beanie and the banter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Respectable.
The banta. Remember that we need good banta.
Yeah.
Or should we have a
Just
final
like in Too Hot. Wait, I have questions for Kaitlyn. Are you working on like a new song? Like you're just Wonder Woman right now.
I just wrote a new song for Jason.
Wait. Tell us everything.
That's so cute.
It's like the most proud moment ever in my writing career, which is not very long. Because
But you were number 2.
I've recorded and written, co-wrote 5 songs. This is my 6th, and I honestly feel like I contributed the most to this song. Like I feel like I really did write it. And obviously I'm not a musician, so I need a co-write and people who know how to like write chords and do the music part of things. So it was, I wrote with this girl named Rachel, and she is an incredible pianist. And we just like sat, it was 8 hours. I took 8 hours to write the song, and I'm so proud of it. And I love it so much. And I sang it to Jason like maybe like 2 weeks ago. And he was like teary eyed, and it was like, I just can't even wait to record it and like let people hear it. So I'm like, that's a good one.
Oh my God. Is it the Whitney Houston of our time? I think it could be.
Oh my God. When is it coming out? When can we expect it?
I hope to record it next week. So I don't know when it'll come out, but I really want to make a music video with it and like have Jason be in it. But I don't know. It's like definitely not Whitney Houston because Girlfriend cannot hit those notes.
But the sentiment.
But it's like a really like it's a sweet song that I don't know what like genre I'd put it in. It's like it's not country, it's not pop, it's just like a romantic song. I don't know.
love it.
So are you going to do like an EP, an album, or just do the singles thing like Sam Hunt?
I think I'm just going to do this. I'm going to Sam
You're
Hunt.
Selena Gomez.
Is that what she does?
I feel like
like-
she just puts out songs randomly.
I love that you guys have the confidence to compare me to those two and say that. Thank you.
You were above Justin Bieber last week.
That is so insane. I just am like, I've been waiting for his call to say like to a fellow Canadian, like congratulations.
I know.
But he's a Bachelor fan.
It's
like,
so crazy. He
you
just
know that
knows
he's
you
been
guys.
in Dean's DMs.
I know, and I don't know why he's not in mine.
Wow. Let's talk about it.
He can't do that to
How do you
Haley.
say-
He's my other whole pest. No, I've always had a soft spot for Bieber since he was like a young kid. It started as being a Canadian thing. I just like loved him so much.
Well, listen, from your lips to God's ears, I feel like you and Bieber are going to come out with the song end of this year. It's 2020. Weirder things have happened. I just have to say I'm so goddamn proud of you. You just like epitomize what a Renaissance woman is. I think people forgot that you like came into Bachelor, like you were a dancer. Like that's what your lower third was. You're going to be on Dancing with the Stars. You have like music out.
Literally
You're, like,
dancing, scrunchies, wine,
so
music,
in love.
dogs.
Podcasting.
Podcasts. Like
It's really everything.
I'm so proud. We're all so proud of you, Kaitlyn.
Thank
It's
you.
so fun to watch your trajectory.
And you're
Thank
never boring. Like I never skip by any story you do, any Instagram.
Really?
I never
Yeah.
click next. Never.
Nobody ever has not liked. I don't know anybody who's personally not liked you either. Like I know there's message boards and stuff out there, but I've never been. I've never been in the presence of someone who
Yeah.
isn't like, yeah, she's so awesome.
You're so
Really?
likable. You're so real. You just like represent like what a cool, uncool girl is. We say death to the cool girl on our podcast because we think girls that like think they're cool aren't cool. But
They
yeah,
aren't.
Exactly.
But thank you for saying all those nice things. That makes me want to cry because it's so funny to me that, like, I mean, I get why people wouldn't like me because I can't be everybody's cup of tea, but I've said this on so many podcasts that you just surround yourself your whole life with people who love you and just think highly of you because they're your friends and family. And then you go on a show and all of a sudden people hate you and it's so confusing. And so obviously it doesn't matter what trolls think. It matters what you guys think because you're friends. So thank you for saying such nice things.
Of course. Well, you don't have to thank us for that.
Yeah.
Also, I think just one more thing.
We're amazing too. No,
one more thing to praise you on is I think that if you were to think of the Bachelor franchise and you say who's the most successful of all the Bachelor alum, I think it's you.
Yeah.
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 We just named 10 things very easily that you do.
yeah.
Oh, that is so, I mean, I'm super competitive, so that means a lot.
Oh,
And you have an amazing
Me too.
work ethic.
Like I get it. Yeah, me too. That's so
Can I
fun.
ask
Wait,
about
are
her
you
cupping
in Aries?
really quick?
Her cupping?
Yeah.
What?
She got cupping.
You got cupping? You mean
Yeah.
like, as in...
Wait, let's see it. Oh, was that your
acupuncture?
first time?
Holy shit.
Oh my word. What's it for? What, did you have back pain or something?
It pulls your blood like to the top, right?
So because I'm like, ooh, I'm going on Dancing with the Stars. I need to be in the best shape of my life. I've been working with this trainer who is like trains NFL players and he's awesome. And he does challenge me and he doesn't hurt me. I'm not trying to say that, but it was my fault because I got lazy. And on the last deadlift I was doing, I was like, screw it. And I hunched my back wrong and just lifted and I hurt my back. And I was like, oh shit. And so I went to, I have a physical therapist appointment tomorrow and I went to my masseuse today and she was like, let me just cup your back. I was like, what's cupping? And she was like, oh, it's just these suction cups that go on your back and it, like loosens the blood flow and the irritation and the inflammation and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. Not realizing how bad that was going to be. And I have a photo shoot for Do, which is the new swim wear.
No.
Wait,
no.
swim scrunchies or swimwear? Now we have swimwear to add.
No, just swim. It's
Swim
a
scrunchies.
scrunchie that can like go in the water.
Okay.
And
Oh my God. Yeah, but Photoshop or also you care about mental and body health, I would rock it. I think it would look so dope, actually.
So that's what I thought about, just being like, but that's like, I'm all fine with showing my cellulite or whatever, but these it's like, why would you show that?
It's a little
I
distracting
think it's
from
cool.
the
I love
scrunchie.
octopuses are cool. I think it looks cool.
All right. I know that we're keeping you, but I do want to talk about Dancing with the Stars really
I
quickly.
have nowhere to be.
You don't know who your partner is yet, right?
No, who should I want? I'm so excited.
I don't know.
Who are you like thinking? Like, I'm sure you have a top like 4.
Well,
in your
here's
head.
my thing. I'm thinking of votes. So I'm like, well, whoever has the most followers, that will be like putting it out there because then they'll get the most votes.
Which guy does have the most
That's very
followers?
strategic. But what if that person isn't good at, like, doesn't have great dance ability?
Well, I think it's Val, and he's good.
Yeah, I think he wins the most, right?
He's so
I
hot.
wanna be with him. I
Yeah.
want to be with Val. That's okay. Jason was talking to Barbara from Shark Tank, and he was interviewing her, and he said, so my girlfriend's going on Dancing with the Stars, and she's been on Dancing with the Stars, and he goes, do you have any advice for her? And he goes, or she goes, no, I have advice for you. Don't let her fall in love with blah, blah, blah. I forget the name.
Shit.
I was going to say, is there one that Jason doesn't want you to be paired with?
Is that a thing? Do you think
No.
people, I'm not a dancer. I like literally, I'm not. So like, can you fall in love through dance?
I grew up dancing, and I've always partnered with guys, and I've grown up dancing with guys. So I think that's like, so it's just second nature almost with me to like be lifted by guys and spun around. Like I'm not like, oh yeah. I don't know. I just think I danced so long my whole life with partners that I'm not like, ooh, this is sexy the way he throws me around. I'm just kind of used to it.
Yeah.
So and I also like when guys' hips move better than mine. I don't know about that.
Also, if I were you, I feel like I would be living the opposite life if I were you. I'd be scared of someone falling in love with me if I was Kaitlyn Bristowe.
That's
Are you
very
kidding?
funny. I would never think that, but I mean, Kaitlyn could.
Yeah, because we all don't. Well, Ashley loves herself, but Lauren, sometimes you and I don't.
I just think I've accepted that. Yeah, he'll fall in love with me.
How do I get that energy? Like, I need that.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I just hope he's a good person who like encourages me and is like they're all incredible dancers. I don't have to worry about that. But somebody that like is going to encourage me, challenge me, and like also let me like outshine them a little bit.
Yeah, no, you're
Yeah,
like on the
course.
pedestal. Yeah, for sure.
You mentioned,
100%.
I think on your podcast, when we were on your podcast last week, that you don't think that two bachelorettes can be crowned the same back to back, crowned Dancing with the Stars winner. Do we really think that could be a thing? Do you think that the voting is rigged? Do you think the voting is rigged on Dancing with the Stars?
I don't know, because Bachelor Nation, as we all know, is so passionate and so loyal that I believe they were all out there voting for Hannah, and she was good.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's rigged, and I like to think it, but I just can't see. I'm like, there's no way they'd have two Bachelorette girls win back to back. And then somebody said, well, maybe they don't think of you as one of the Bachelorette girls. And I said, great, but that's why I'm getting this. It's like a full circle moment from when I was the Bachelorette, got the gig, got it taken away from me, and now I get it again. And I feel like,
but Kaitlyn, you are not defined by that. You've gone on to do great things on your own. You're a singer now. Like, you're so much more than that. No, I'm serious. And I think you need to remember that. Like, I'm sure other people have like joined that like didn't watch your season back in the day. I'm curious to know, as someone that was like next to you through like that very honestly emotional roller coaster. How are you feeling? How are you feeling about like being in the limelight again, being on real television again? Like, are you super stoked? Do you have feelings of anxiety?
I think that's why like timing's everything. And I think if I would have gone on to Dancing with the Stars right after Bachelorette, I think I would have been like super jaded and like questioning everybody, and I wouldn't have been myself. Where now I've had time to like get back in such a grounded place where I feel like I am myself and happy and in just like a good mental state to go back on TV, because I've also heard such good things about the show. Like, I have so many friends that have been on it, and they're like, you're going to be so happy being a part of that family, and it's no like manipulation, and it's just like doing something that you obviously love. So I have a different I'm going into it like with a different mindset of I get to just do what I love for like 8 hours a day.
And I just want to reiterate, I just want to clarify here. Didn't mean at all, guys, that like Hannah Brown's winning was rigged. I just mean do we think that possibly Dancing with the Stars picks the winner that like would represent their franchise the best?
No.
And then, but then you had a great point when you're talking about Bachelor Nation and voting, because look how far Joe got, and Joe wasn't even good.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even Bobby Bones, who's in Nashville, who literally like was never on a TV show. He was on a radio show, but he's got a very loyal following and people who, and those are the people that vote. So it's, I don't know. I'm interested. I always question television shows, no matter what it is now from being on one, like, do they rig it, or how do they make this work? Or even if, people that are on it don't realize what they're doing, like, what are they doing? I don't know. But I like to think that the votes count.
I think they do. I think an interesting, what the fuck is, words are hard. Like an NFL player, like their fans probably don't vote that much because they're like dudes and they're from back in the day. Like, do they win, Because I don't see like their fans voting.
No, it's a good point. I feel like you have to be like NFL players or people who are like established in their career like that. I feel like they're not sharing their life with you on Instagram stories every day.
Yeah, they're not promoting.
You're not personally connected. You're like professionally connected.
Exactly. So
I have a question as someone who, full transparency, I don't really watch Dancing with the Stars. Do you guys think, is it 50-50 popularity contest dancing ability? Like, what is the percentage you think when it really comes down to it?
No one who's really bad is going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people respect, like, if you can actually dance. Yeah, I think because Bobby Bones, I don't want to offend him, but I think he knows he wasn't the best dancer and he still won. So I don't know.
It's kind of like American Idol for the most part. Like, you'll get like a silly person that goes kind of far, like somebody who has this huge random fan following and they're not that talented, but they're charismatic or they have a cool look or something, and they'll get far. But those are usually weeded out on behalf of talent winning out.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah. That's a tough competition then. It's based on so many random factors, you know?
My biggest fear, it's like Bachelor all over again, like biggest fear going home night one.
Well, that's why I was at.
That's not going to happen.
That was my initial like question to you, you know, is like, how are you feeling? But you're going to fucking kill it. And I think you're right. Timing's everything. It's like, this was all meant to, you're a different woman. We all evolve and change every year. Like, you're going to slay. So is Jason going to come live here in LA with you while you're like, am I going to be able to see you guys?
And the dogs are going to come. We're going to all come down as a little family and be there. And he's so, I mean, it's not a show. Like, that guy's the most supportive human being. If you know him for 2 seconds, you know, like, he's just like such a hype man. And so I'm so pumped for him to be, well, I don't even know. Is there going to be a live audience? Like,
oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Probably.
I didn't even think. When do you guys start shooting?
We don't know yet because I just saw they did an Instagram post or something. Oh, it's so weird to think that I'm part of that. Like, I saw on Instagram they were like we're gonna air the same time or whatever. So I think it's September, but I also don't know for sure.
Wow.
So cool.
I keep thinking someone's gonna pull a joke on me. Like, someone's gonna call and be like, it's actually not happening this year.
Oh, no, just like
if anyone
feels like Claire, you know? I mean, like, we all know the Claire season's going to happen, but it definitely feels like a situation where they could do that to us.
If anyone pulls a joke on you, it's the fucking Rona. Because the Rona gives no fucks about anybody this year. Zero fucking fucks.
All right. Well, we kept you for a long time. Go enjoy some wine and snuggles with your pups and Jason.
Are they underneath there?
Jace.
Not Jace. Jason.
She likes Jace.
Call him whatever.
Oh, and the puppies are there.
Wait, did they get shaved?
Oh my god.
No. Do they look shaved?
They look naked.
Yeah, they look really nakey, but it looks. I guess it's just so Zoom.
They're so tired. It's hilarious. Oh my god, I love them so much.
Well, we love you.
So
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You guys are the sweetest, and I would have stayed on here for like an hour longer. I have nowhere to be, and I'm happy with the glass
That's
of
so
wine.
kind. You're lying.
Well, let's do that. Not recording, so we can actually talk about stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so we will see you when you're out in LA for
dancing,
living there.
Love you.
Which is gonna be really nice.
Love you guys.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you.
I don't get it.
Podcast.